The connection between climate change and our national security challenges is increasingly clear, increasingly obvious, and I'm feeling it virtually every day.
Right now, we're falling behind. China is the largest producer and exporter of solar panels, wind turbines, batteries, electric vehicles. If we don't catch up, America will miss the chance to shape the world's climate future in a way that reflects our interests and values.
The scientists tell us that this is the decisive decade. This is the decade we must make decisions that will avoid the worst consequences of the climate crisis.
We see the impact of climate change on driving conflict, as in many places people are fighting over scarce resources. We're seeing catastrophic storms have an impact on communities where people can't stay at home, and that's creating greater migration. Our military itself increasingly has to face some of the impact of climate change. So this is manifesting itself in so many of the drivers of conflict and challenge. My job as chief diplomat is really to make it clear to all of our partners around the world that this is a priority for the United States, to make sure that at virtually every meeting we have, every conversation we have, every effort we're making, that climate change is front and center on the agenda. And I think the fact that President Biden rejoined the Paris Agreement virtually on day one of his administration showed the world that we're serious and that we're back in this effort. But I think we've realized since then that the goals that were set at Paris are not good enough. If we want to keep warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, we have to actually do more, we have to do better. Even if we do everything right at home, we have to find ways to bring the rest of the world along. We have to help countries meet their own climate goals, especially countries that don't have the resources to do it, to build their own resilience. For all the disagreements and tensions and challenges that we have with certain countries, including China, we also have overlapping interests. And China has a strong interest in dealing with climate change itself, as do we. And the bottom line is, if our two countries can't do this, then no matter what the rest of the world does, we're probably not going to succeed. So we have an interest and an incentive in finding ways to work with China and encouraging them to raise their ambitions. I think that diversification and reliance on renewables isn't just a necessity, it's a huge opportunity. We can be the drivers of this technology. We can be the ones, through our own ingenuity, our creativity, leading the world in moving to renewables and producing the technology necessary to do that. So, in many ways, this really is a win-win. Dealing with climate change effectively not only is going to prevent catastrophe for the planet, it's actually a tremendous source of opportunity for new jobs, new growth, new opportunity.